You're watching ShortStreamTV, a Kitty Hill digital community.
This past week, I dropped in on the eCoast Cloud Summit, a day-long event designed to help area businesses better understand the cloud computing, and how they can put it to work for their business. Here, have a look.
This is a full-day conference. It's 2 different topic tracks, so business and infrastructure, and then software development.
I hear you were instrumental in getting things organized here.
Yeah, I don't know if you would go that far. I had some involvement in locating a lot of these speakers and tracking them down and communicating with them and making sure that they made it here today. So.
Comcast is one of the big sponsors here Absolutely. Of the Cloud Summit.
Yes.
How is Comcast working in the cloud?
Yeah. Well, first off, we're a huge supporter of eCoast and everything that they mean. We were a big partner last year of the Mobility Summit as well. We just love the partnership with the group here. I think, how is Comcast in the cloud? I mean, you can see on our table we have everything from cloud phones, for lack of a better term, managed voice products. We have, we supply cloud essentially too, with being the largest internet provider in the country. So, and the fastest internet provider in the country.
You're here all the way from Texas.
That's correct. Yep.
And just to talk at the eCoast Cloud Summit, but tell me kind of what your role is in cloud computing.
Absolutely. So my role within Dell is to be the National Director of Public Cloud Solutions. So last year we launched a public cloud solution, and it's going to complement our private cloud offerings, which obviously at Dell we've had for years, to focus more on the hybrid offering. So a customer saying, I'm not sure what workloads make sense for me to run internally and what might make sense for me to put out in the public cloud, and how do I then move those back and forth? It's really where Dell's focus is today in terms of cloud.
Great.
That's what I do.
Okay. Now, where can people find more information about you or follow your work online?
Sure. So obviously Dell.com/cloud is a great place to start. Dell in the Clouds is more focused on the group that I run. Okay. And you can see some of the writing that both my colleague Philip Simpson and I are doing there in terms of logs, web reports, some of the case studies we're putting out.
Great. Well, whether you realize it or not, you're probably already using cloud computing. If you're on social media or you're storing video or pictures on the web, you're already there.
Absolutely. And you know what? Well, a lot of folks don't know is that every phone provider in the country is, as soon as they get just beyond your neighborhood, goes IP anyway. So everything's internet-based and cloud-based anyway. So whether they're a VoIP provider or a more traditional phone company, all their backbones are going to be IP anyway. So it really is where things are now without you guys even knowing it.
Great. Well, thanks, Pete.
No problem, Dan. Anytime.
Hey there, friends and neighbors. This is Jeff Deck. You know how when you stop believing in something, it goes away? Well, I think that's what happened to the Tiki Hut. It's gone, and it turns out that there's nothing behind it. There's just a void. First came the tremors. I ignored the warning signs. Then came the outright destruction of the Tiki Hut. Now I'm out in the void, floating. There's no happiness here. There's no hut. There's nothing. I'm afraid I'm marooned out here in the void forever. Unless we can bring the Tiki Hut back. But I'm going to need your help. Hey, I'll see you next time, kids. It's very cold out here in the void.
Now I want all you pet lovers, pet owners, pet admirers to listen up. Next week, my good friend Alyssa Duncan is holding her 3rd annual Poochapalooza. That's May 18th through the 20th. Now, I don't know about you, but I love my dog. You're so stinky. And I love the images Alyssa creates. So, for a modest $25 session fee, a 30-pound bag of dog food, I figured, why not? Hey folks, I'm here with my friend Alyssa Duncan Photography, and you have an event coming up, Poochapalooza. How long have you been doing this?
This is the 3rd year.
And, well, I know a little bit about the backstory of it.
Yeah, so for a 30-pound bag of dog food and a $25 session fee, you get a 15-minute pet portrait and a 5x7 print.
That's Mimi back here.
Mimi helps me out. Last year we raised over 1,000 pounds of food.
Awesome. And how can people sign up?
They can email me, alyssa@alyssaduncan.com, or they can call me at the studio 603-373-0098.
Great. So that contact info's down here. If you have a pet and you love them, I know you do, get in touch with Alyssa. Sign up for Poochapalooza.
Well, it's happened again. They found 49 dead bodies on the road between Monterrey, Mexico and the American border. 46 men, 3 women. That's somewhere in the neighborhood of a couple hundred people have been killed in this year, including some 70 who were killed in prison as a result of drug gang wars. Mexico is virtually owned by drug gangs. And I can't help but having it keep raise the question for me, what the hell are we doing in this so-called drug war? What we're doing is fueling the real drug war, which is between the people who are supplying the people here who need it. I think it's about time we found an answer, and of course I'm one of those people who believes what we need to do is just completely decriminalize. The argument that more people will use them, I think, is belied by a perhaps little known, I can't call it fact because I have no proof of it, but I have some familiarity with this behavior. And an awful lot of the people who use marijuana for the first time use it solely because it's illegal. And it is a gateway drug, not for everyone who uses it, but for everybody who uses other drugs. We need to decriminalize drugs, put them on the open market, let the government control it and get some taxes out of it, and get out of this stupid war.
MZ Kliger and Phil Kliger for ShortStreamTV's The Monday Morning Show. With your stay-at-home dad advice tip that comes all the way from Saskatchewan, Alberta. Remember, sometimes a root beer float is okay in a bowl. And also, don't forget to listen to 8 tracks, like Helen Reddy. Woo! 8 tracks!
Traveling at a steady, reasonable speed will let you cover more miles in a day, relaxed and comfortable. Experts make time by watching for ways to avoid business traffic in cities and towns. They plan their trips to avoid rush hour traffic at morning, noon, and evening in large cities on their route. Here's a time saver that works 2 ways. Whenever possible, combine all your requirements for service, such as gasoline, regular checks of oil, tires, and cooling system, in a single stop. Then you'll find you have plenty of time to get refreshment, exercise, and local information on highway conditions.